Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Petey.
I'm Joel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Matt.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Aunt Becky.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We're down with the animals and we're working on feeding this morning. When I woke up today, it was a little on the chilly side, which I kind of liked. I don't know how all of you feel about this sweatshirt weather, but I'm enjoying it. We just got finished taking care of the chickens. I got the chickens fed while Joel worked on collecting eggs. And I think I heard Callie around here somewhere. What are you doing?
They're coming. Just stay right here. They're coming. That's turkey. Yep, turkey. Yeah, did you hear her try to cluck like a turkey?
Dad was rushing me a little bit out of the farm market there, but that's because we need to go back to the fields and get some napa cabbage.
We're not going back to the field to take a nap, Andrew. We're going to get cabbage.
I know, napa cabbage. I know what I'm talking about.
You're not gonna napa back here. You're gonna help me. Pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
That one's heavier.
We got our box of napa cabbage. Now, funny enough, we raised this napa cabbage for like one person. They really want us to raise it, so we raise it. Normally we wouldn't do that, but she does buy a lot of cabbage, so we're happy to raise it for her.
Oh, that's a heavy box.
The cabbage only takes up a small section in our cole crops right along the edge of the field. It's not that big of a deal. Now what you saw there was a small order that needed to be filled. Now a lot of the times you guys will see us picking large orders of stuff or just large quantities, but it's not always that way, especially with vegetable farming or market farming. We only needed that small box of cabbage. They're coming this morning. We wanted to pick it fresh. We got back with that cabbage and now we're loading some more baskets on the truck. We need to go out and do a little more picking. And funny enough, the next thing we're gonna be picking is sweet corn. Due to the weather and the colder conditions that we've been dealing with here in Northeast Pennsylvania, we didn't think our sweet corn was gonna get to the point where we could harvest it. As you can see, some of this stuff is really short in this field. Like even the taller stuff doesn't even come up to my neck. However, as you can see, conditions must have been right because we have ears here. What we're thinking saved this sweet corn was all that light rain that we got. It helped it push it along just fine. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty happy that we're able to harvest some sweet corn. But there are some things we got to watch out for. The number one thing we have to watch for this time of the year when harvesting sweet corn is worms. In the area where we live, there is a moth that goes through and lays eggs on the silk. And then when the eggs hatch, they follow the silk down into the ear. And then once the worm reaches the ear, it starts to eat and it grows pretty quick. Now for the most part, it only affects the tip of the ear, and what we would normally do is just cut that part off. But in this world we live in, people aren't too familiar with having worms in their corn. So it doesn't sell too well when you have wormy corn. Another issue we face is there are less hours of daylight, which means the corn grows slower. It does not get near as tall, and the ears don't get size to them. And then a concern we have, because we like to provide the best crop for our customers, the sweet corn does not have the flavor at the end of the year as it does during peak harvest. And probably the best way for me to help you understand the reason why it's not sweeter, ultimately less hours of daylight. Plants use photosynthesis. They turn sunlight into energy, and thus the energy turns into sugars. So when you're having less sunlight, doesn't mean that process of photosynthesis is working as well as it normally would, which means your corn's not as sweet. So there's a little information you could share with somebody else you know. We got our baskets of sweet corn put onto the truck. Now we just gotta take it home and see how it sells. Okay. As you guys can see, our next job today is gonna be picking up potatoes. Daniel is working on digging right now. He's already got one and now his second row finished. So I'm gonna hop in with everyone else and start picking them up off the ground. Quite a few potatoes here. I wasn't expecting that.
Andy, all I see is rock.
No, look, you gotta look past the rocks, Joel.
Oh.
Past the rocks. Then you'll see potatoes. Now, as you guys can see, we are digging up white potatoes and rocks today. Don't worry, there's gonna be less rocks at the other end of the field, but for now we gotta deal with them. These white potatoes have a lot of nice size to them, and that's impressive just with the fact that these weren't irrigated. If they were irrigated, these smaller potatoes would probably be larger. And the fact that there's just a lot of potatoes here is kind of shocking. But we're happy with it. We're gonna do our best to get them all picked up.
Actually, I didn't. I just thought that was rock.
Now these white potatoes are called Norwis. If you were to open them up, they do have like a yellow tint to them on the inside. They look really nice. These are the potatoes we like to use for frying and making chips. They just taste really, really good. And I guess you can use these for mashed potatoes as well. These are a good all-around potato. And it's something we use quite a bit here at the farm. Not just because we raise them, but we raise them because we like them. I don't know what it is, but this variety has like a uniform shape. They are a rounder potato. That's what they say is good for chips, those rounder potatoes. But we've made fries with them, the larger ones, and they were pretty good. Just about got our first bin of potatoes filled up, and we're back to picking up.
Huh?
You ever heard of the Great Potato Famine, Petey?
Who?
Petey.
Who?
I was addressing
Asked.
Petey. We just got all of our baskets filled again. They're working on dumping them into the bin. It's at moments like this where you really miss the large potato digger, but I guess it's better picking them this way than having to dig them all out of the ground by hand. We won't complain too much. We'll complain a little, but not too much. Now, some of you may be curious if we've seen any animals while we've been out picking today. I personally haven't. Occasionally you'll see a snake, which isn't too scary, but you normally see a lot of spiders. I don't know if it's because the ground is colder or because we were digging them with that machine, but I haven't seen too many spiders today, which I'm okay with. Oh yeah, sometimes we see toads.
And a turtle egg.
Oh, turtles. Sometimes you'll find turtle eggs in here, toads. But we haven't seen anything today, and I haven't seen too many spiders, which I'm okay with. Because every time I see a lot of spiders, I always think they're crawling on me later.
I'm living the dream.
The potato digging dream. All right, everyone, that's where we're gonna stop for now. And the reason why we're stopping, we got all of our bins filled. And it's lunchtime, but mostly because we got all the bins filled. We made it in for lunch, everyone, and we have got a pretty good spread here. Grammy's got cheese pizza, some broccoli and cheese pizza, and then she made some bruschetta. And what's this one?
That's a white pizza.
That's just a white pizza. They all look good. Thank you, Grammy. We appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna go so I get back.
We just got finished with lunch and now we are on the wagon. We got it loaded with 2 bins. We're gonna go finish picking up potatoes and we're gonna get some cabbage. Just got our potatoes all picked up off the ground. So we're officially done with harvesting potatoes for the day. We got 4.5 bins, which is pretty nice off of 3 rows. And now we're moving on to our cabbage. Dad was taking the injector pump off of the big potato digger to be fixed. So he had to drive a little bit for that. So he left right after lunch. So right now it's just us boys working here. So we made it out to the cabbage field. If you remember just the other day, we picked 3 bins. The bin of smaller, medium-sized heads already sold out. So we have to start picking some more of those.
Gotta turn and burn dirt, Andy.
I know, I'm behind.
Hold it, don't go anywhere.
Sorry.
If it was spinning, you would have caught it.
Yeah, I saw it. Now I can't be 100% with what variety we are picking here. It does look like Cabbage, but we also raise a few other varieties that are similar to it. This could be a Trans Am, could be Cabbage, it could be another variety. To the far right side of the field over by the irrigation pipe, I know there was Cabbage planted there. And then as we go down through the field, the varieties get longer in the date. You can see these cabbages are pretty tiny over here. There's a lot of growth that has to happen. But then we get to this middle section of field. Look at some of these cabbages. They're large and ready to harvest, but I'm sure they could still grow a little more. That's why we're trying to stay in this little section over here and get as many small cabbages as possible, which has not been easy so far. Girls appreciate how hard it is to go past all this big cabbage and not pick it.
Huge, man.
Everyone. Ready? All right, everyone got our potatoes picked up. Now we got our cabbage harvested. We're gonna head home.
The cabbage queen. Or the cabbage princess. Say wee. Wee.
Right now it's just Matthew and I. We are harvesting peppers. We needed some eggplant. We already got that picked. I didn't bring the camera out yet. But now we're moving on to hot cherry peppers. Now you guys have seen us picking hot cherry peppers all summer long. And this is probably our 3rd or 4th time harvesting these plants. A lot of the stuff that we are picking was blossoms that were previously on as we were harvesting. I am still seeing some blossoms at the top, but it's much, much less than what we've been seeing in weeks past, which I believe is reasonable to understand that there's going to be less peppers as you've picked the plants a few times, but there are still some nice stuff sitting on the plants. Just got our hot cherry peppers harvested. They look really nice. Now Matthew moved down the field a little bit because we didn't see too many long hots here. So we're gonna move down the field and pick those. We have moved sections of the field because there wasn't enough long hots over there. And the section we've moved to would be our second planting of peppers. And well, there's plenty of long hots here. them at home. I don't know what they are, but these are big. How did it get here?
A mystery.
Those are some nice vegetables that we got, and I'll tell you what, Matthew thinks that we can grow everything here on this farm.
I do, I really do.
But that's not true. We can't grow everything. One thing we can't grow without your help is this YouTube channel. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, liking the video helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. It's time to get this stuff back to the farm. Everything's been offloaded into the cooler, and the cooler's looking a little on the full side, which we're happy about. You almost couldn't tell that we sold a bin of cabbage in 2 days, but we did. That's why we had to pick an extra one. We gotta love vegetable farming, what can I say? We are getting closer to closing up today, but we gotta do something a little bit different tonight. It's no real big secret that there is a large hurricane moving up the East Coast at the time of filming this. So we're trying to get everything out of the rain, or we're trying to get everything moved so that our bins won't be affected and other stuff. We're just trying to make sure that nothing gets ruined by the rain. That also means we need to take all of our mums and move them under the tables because we don't know how hard it's gonna rain. We just know we're getting a lot of rain. Not only is everything outside taken care of, everything inside is taken care of. We got everything closed in the farm market, and then Matthew and I had to actually go for a quick run and pick an order of habaneros for someone. So we just got the order picked, and now we're done for the day, so I'm heading up to the house. Well, everyone, we made it up to the house, and as you can see, there's no dinner on the table. That's because it's date night. There is a local fair going on here, so Lauren and I and Callie, we're going to the fair. We're gonna have dinner, we're gonna go see some animals. It's gonna be fun. Since we're going to the fair, that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.